Hey guys and gals, today I'll be talking about the movie Eaten Alive as another Cannibal Janae horror movie I will be talking about. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this. I was thinking about uploading it 2 weeks from now, since this whole week I have like movie reviews for each day. But the way I am, rather not uploading on Sunday. Next week I should be able to get my green screen work back and get everything settled. Um, Besides that, Eating Alive. You know what? This was like one of my favorite Cannibal Janae horror movies. Eating Alive and Kevin for Rocks. And I'm gonna try my best. Like I said, I'm gonna try my best to talk about all of them. But for some reason, I feel like talk about a few of them that have more of an impact on me because is it me or most of these Cannibal Janae horror movies starts off being in New York City? I mean, I'm proud as a New Yorker boy right here living in the Bronx, represent, especially when you see the World Trade Center and Empire State Building. That's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? And rest in peace to the people that worked at World Trade Center during the 9/11. We all know what happened, but to see that back again, is homage to New York in a way. Like, I mean, that happened before 9/11 when the movie was shot, but I'm just saying to see it, like, wow. Um, yeah. Besides that, but Eating Alive is one of those unique movies. It's very unique in the cannibal horror genre because the way it starts off, right? You had these people dying by this well, I presume he's a cannibal hunter. No, a hunter. Like a native guy. Like he's killing people with poison darts all over New York. And you be wondering what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, isn't this supposed to be a cannibal horror movie? I mean, like, how is it gonna start off like that? Sorry, got bad first. I have no pumpy my cane. Oh. Anyway, then later on, as the movie steps up to the police station, they talk to this guy about his. I've been talking to this one about her sister, where she's at, because they like showing her the camera belonging to her, and she doesn't know where she's at. So the sister took the camera footage to the professor, saying that she's probably like in one of those Amazon jungles, like where they practice this ritual, you know. And then we progress with the young sister going with this hunt, this Indiana Jones type of traveler guide to guide her to the Amazon. Now I don't think it takes place in Amazon jungle. It takes place in a jungle, but I see like Indian people in this movie, so it's like I don't know if this was a Salaka or somewhere in the jungles of India, probably. I don't know because I see some Salakans. They look Salakan, and I'm sorry if I'm not being prejudiced or nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm Indian too myself, but I'm just saying. Um, but anyway, the sister and the guy landing on the jungle, and they come across like surviving the jungle pretty much. Of course, you get more animals killing animals. Um, they stumble upon the jungle where Jonas is staying. Where Jonas is like their version of Jim Jones. The cult leader killed a lot of people in Guyana. But that's where the young sister spotted her older sister, like in the campsite of Jonas, and now she knows that she's alive. Meanwhile, you got a bunch of cannibals around this territory that the cannibal hunters that live around this territory also. Not only there's bootleg Jim Jones. Let's call him bootleg Jim Jones. Fuck it, Jonas. Bootleg Jim Jones. He has a cult camp, and meanwhile, outside the cult camp, you got a bunch of cannibals running around. But the thing is like what's fucking funny is like even though I enjoy this movie, I just gotta put a little rant on it. How the fuck they survived this jungle? First of all, to come into the jungle to build this camp, especially surviving the cannibals. So I presume these guys had guns, you know. But then I see this movie, I don't see none of these guys having guns. Like the ones that serve Jonas, like where the guns at? But anyway, when the two people, the younger sister and the guide, had to stay with Jonas because they're trying to save the young girl, but they gotta play it off. You see all these rituals going on, and as the movie progresses, they actually talked to the young older sister. She really hated it over there. She realized that this guy brainwashed me, like he fucked me over. I thought I could believe in him, but I guess I was wrong. So she wanted to get out the jungle, you know. One of the guys was able to escape next to her help from one of the tribal members from the Jonas camp to escape the jungle. But while he's battling cannibals, and then he realized he can't do it, he had to go back to the freaking campsite of Jonas, and Jonas was like, you know what? He wanted to kill him, but he decided to let him live because the guy said he wants to be purified, you know, and you know again playing tricks again on Jonas, you know. As we progress again, you get the two girls, one girl from the tribe, the older sister, the younger sister, and the guide finally decide, okay, now is our time to make the move to escape. And then Jonas and the other clan members of the camp realize they're gone, and Jonas sends them out to get them. Um, it's pretty much a battle of survival, you know, trying to escape the jungle. But then what happened was they ended up getting separated. Oh wow! So the tribal girl gets killed by the cannibal. The older sister that the younger sister wanted to save, she ended up getting killed by the cannibals. So pretty much you wasted your time going over there anyway, because she's dead now, thanks to you. I mean, I guess they were better off staying with the Jonas camp where they were at, after all, you know. But then later you get the police chapters flying around the jungle. The police chapters at the Jonas camp, and Jonas saying, you know what, we all want to kill each other. Drink the venom poison punch, pretty much, you know. Um, I don't think it was a punch. I think it was just drinking it, the venom from the snake. And you know everyone's dying. Of course, that spoil. You get your ending when the two survivors survive. The younger sister and the guide, which they were from the beginning of the movie, and at the end of the movie they survive. Meaning the girl's goal was unaccomplished after all, because she didn't save her older sister. You know, she's seen her, trying to save her, but she died anyway. What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I did enjoy this movie. When I saw it the first time, I was like, you know, I did enjoy it. But when I see it the second time around, I was like, what the fuck had just happened? You know? No, this is not the second time I saw this movie. I saw this more than two times. But I mean, it was different from the Cannibal Harbinger. Definitely different. So either way, you should put this in your collection. And yeah, I did enjoy it though. But still, at the same time, I'm kind of mad. You know, it's like, I mean, you failing your mission pretty much. You know, you didn't save your older sister. You know. Anyway, there is nudity in this movie. There's women getting molested. Yep, there's. Um, all in all, definitely I would highly recommend it anyway. So get this in your collection. Anyway, peace, guys. See you later.